friends, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new, welcome to my channel. My name's Jackie and let's get started. For DIY number one, I am taking this corrugated metal plaque that's the shape of an arrow, and I'm going to remove the packaging and remove the jute twine, and it's left with these little like eye hooks, and so I'm just going to bend them so they'll be standing out instead of laying down. So they look like this now. And so now I'm going to take one of these really cute little truck napkins, and these came from Dollar General, $1.50 for quite a few of these napkins, but I'm only going to take one. And look how beautiful this is. Oh my goodness, look at those pumpkins, and then the little blue truck, and then gather. But I'm just going to peel off the backing. I'm not going to use it. And I'm also going to cut it in half. I'm definitely not going to use all this. And I'm removing this bottom orange like stripe. And I also end up not using the little pumpkins, but you'll see that in a little bit. So for now, I'm taking a little dish and adding a little bit of water and using a really tiny little brush to kind of wet or paint with water around the perimeter of the little truck. And I also do the pumpkin gathering on the left, and I'm cutting off this side on the right, definitely not using that. And so now I'm just going to start tearing the tissue paper, and I'll use the back end of my little brush to help me hold the dry piece of tissue still until I get them all cut out like this, or should I say tore out like this. So now here's my little arrow. That's going to be my little house. I think it's the perfect little house shape. And I'm taking my matte Mod Podge, and I'm going to paint the bottom edge with the Mod Podge, and I'm going to add this little border that's like little flowers and little berries and what have you. And I'm just gently pressing them down the little gaps that are on there on the corrugated portion of this metal piece. So I'm just very gently, because this is tissue paper. And now I'm going to add my little truck. So I'll add the Mod Podge where I figure the truck is going to go. And I'm doing the same thing, just very gently press down in the gaps of this corrugated shape. And now the little gather as well. And then I do add Mod Podge to everything to coat it and to seal it and get it protected, just like this. So I'm going to set that to dry, and in the meantime I'm taking one of these rectangular wooden planks from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to sand off the edges, and I'm going to go in with some of the Waverly Antique Wax, and with a baby wipe I'm just going to paint this whole piece, front side, back side, all of it like this. So this is going to be the stand to my little house. Now here it is, all nice and dry, and I'm going to take my E6000 because this is metal, and metal works best with E6000 or super glue, but I like the E6000 better. So I just add it to the bottom, and I'll attach it to the base, and then I'll just put a bottle of paint behind it to help support it. And I'm taking a little Jenga block, a little tumbly tower block, and adding some E6000. And I'm going to turn it around because I'm wanting to place this little tumbling tower block on the back for support. And I'll do a bead of hot glue. The hot glue will go to the wood piece, and then the E6000 will go to the metal piece. And this will hold it up as my E6000 will dry. So now I'm going back in with my antique wax from Waverly, and I'm going to paint the rust effects on the little house. So I just go around it with the little paintbrush until I get it like I like it, until it looks like this. Look at this, super cute, super cute, but we haven't embellished yet. And now I'm just helping my E6000 dry by adding my heat gun, but since this is metal, don't touch the metal. Do not touch that metal. That metal is going to be hot. But it dried my E6000, so hey, that was a good hack. Just don't touch the metal. Okay, so now I'm taking some of these mini sunflowers, and these are the yellow ones. I think they are super cute. So now I'm going to take 2 stems of these mini sunflowers, snip them off with my EMT shears, and I'm going to put them through the little eye hooks. So that's why I kept the eye hooks. Look at that. That's going to hold them up. Look how cute. Works perfectly, and they fit in there just perfectly. So now I happen to have an extra piece of, actually I had a few extra pieces of boxwood, and I'm just going to add that to the bottom portion because I'm not crazy about all those stems showing, and this helps conceal them a little bit. So I'll add that, and I'm thinking, okay, it's looking cute, but I want to do more. Gotta gild the lily. So here I'm going to add another sunflower where there was a kind of a gap, and I'm taking these little mini velvet, they're super cute pumpkins. Oh my goodness, these are so adorable. I'm just going to add a little dab of glue and add it to the front. And this little picket fence came off of a frame from the thrift store. It was just painted white. So I'm going to go in with the Waverly Antique Wax just to distress it a little bit, make it look aged and ready for fall. So I'm just going to keep painting it until it looks like this. Really cute. I'm not even going to wait for it to dry. I'm going to go ahead and just add my hot glue, 4 little beads of glue, and place it over here on the left side. Look how cute. So now I'm taking this new ribbon from the Dollar Tree. It's the new one of the new fall ribbons. It's really pretty, and I'm just going to make a really quick bow, just really quick. And once I get it how I want it, then I'll just go ahead and add a dab of glue, and I'll place it on the very top of my little house. And off camera I did add a few more little embellishments, but this is how it came out. What do you guys think? Today's video is a part of the DIY Fall Challenge, and it is hosted by Heidi Sonboul DIY. And we are to create 1 or more crafts in the fall theme. And with this challenge, there's a playlist included. And so when you're done watching my video, please head on over to my description box and please follow the link to the playlist and see what everybody else has decided to create for this fall DIY challenge. Okay, on to DIY number 2. DIY number 2, I picked up this really cute wooden box. It was $2, but it was half day, so I got it for $1. And it's pretty nice size. And when I looked at the bottom, look, it's from Dollar Tree. What? This big old thing from Dollar Tree? When was this? What year was this? I missed out. Wow. But it's a pretty box. So I'm going to go in with some of the Waverly Antique Wax, and I'm going to give it a refresh after I cleaned it up. And I'm just using my baby wipe and painting it all up, but I'm just doing the outside. I'm not going to go in on the inside with this. I have other plans for the inside. So I'm just going to continue to paint it with my baby wipe until I get it all done and until it looks like this. And I still can't get over how big this thing is. I can't get over it. Okay, so here's the inside. So for the inside, I'm going to use this head wrap from the Dollar Tree. Yes, that's right, a head wrap. You know, as crafters, we do all kinds of crazy things. So now I'm just going to very gently cut it open. So I'm going to remove the elastic portion and save it for later. You'll see what we do with it later on. And now with the rest of it, I'm just going to open up all the little stitches, and look, it reveals a beautiful piece of fabric, very cottage-like. And I'm just going to add a bead of glue and attach it to the wall of this little box on the inside, and kind of figure how much I'm going to need for the rest and snip off the excess. We'll use that as well. And now I'll just continue adding glue and attaching it to the wall of the little box until I get the whole bottom all lined up with this fabric that's so pretty. It's very pretty and it's stretchy and very cottagecore to me. And now I'll use the excess to line the lid, and I'll do the same thing. First I'll trim off any excess, and then I'll just start gluing away until I get it all glued up like this. Look how cute. So now I'm going to embellish the outside of it, and I'm going to go in with the Waverly chalk paint and the color plaster, and all I'm going to do is just mainly focus on the edges. I just want a really light coating of the edges, not necessarily the rest of it, just the edges, just to define the lines like this. That is really all. And with this little stamp that I have, that it's like a little fall tree with the leaves, and I'm using my black ink pad. I'm just going to stamp it on the very center top of this box, and just look how cute. Now if that does not say fall, I don't know. Okay, so now I'm taking a pack of these new rub-on transfers from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to take it apart. I'm going to cut the word grateful, and we're going to use this for the top of this little box. So I'm just going to place it right above the tree and just going to rub it on. I'll take my little scraper tool and just scrape, scrape, scrape until it's all transferred onto my box. Look how cute. And these transfers, oh my goodness, they work so well. They are really good, really, really good transfers. So I'm just going to gently, very gently remove it, and look at that. Gorgeous. And now I'll take the rest of it and I'll cut that up a little bit too. I want to use the word blessed to go right below the tree, and then the wreath part of it, the half wreath part of it, I want that to go on the front of this box. So here I'm placing the blessed word. Try to center it and get it level and even, and just keep rubbing it until it's transferred onto the box like this. Look how cute. Okay, so here in the front of the box is where I want to add this extra piece. And so I'm just going to place it in the center. It's got the little pumpkin in the middle, so I'm using the pumpkin to kind of give me the center point. And again, I'm just going to keep rubbing it and pressing it until it all transfers onto the box. And just take your time, don't pull it too soon, and just gently lift the plastic, and just like that, it's done. Look how cute. And then all I had left was thankful, and I didn't want to waste it, so I placed it on the back. Yeah, why not? I mean, you know, it's better to use it up than to lose track of it and then it's gone. So yeah, place it on the back, and I just do the same thing, keep rubbing it until it all transfers onto my box like this. Okay, now that my box is done, I'm taking this piece that I had left over from the head wrap, and I'm removing the elastic that's inside of it. We're not going to use it, and we're going to use this other piece and just create a quick little bow just by folding it and taking another piece of this fabric and cinching the little bow and tying it into the bow. So just like this, tying a double knot, get it nice and tight and secure. And look at this, a quick little bow. And now all I have to do is add a dab of glue and place it on the top corner of my little box. Look how cute. But we're not done. Okay, so now I'm taking this jar of all these beautiful, colorful buttons from the Dollar Tree, and I choose the perfect one. It's this really light blue one that goes with the fabric, and I'm just going to add it to the center, and now I'm done. What do you guys think? Super cute. So this little box also has a function because on Thanksgiving, you can use it for everybody to write down what they're mostly thankful for and then have everybody read them off. Cute little keepsake for your family. Super cute. Well, let's take a moment and thank Heidi Sonboul DIY for hosting this DIY fall challenge. I had a lot of fun creating for it. And please don't forget to follow the playlist that's linked in my description box and see what everybody else has decided to create. I'm excited to watch. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet. And until my next video, stay healthy, safe, and strong, and have a great, great day. Bye-bye.